Everybody? To Jerry. Not everybody can pull off 42 years without getting fired.
Jerry, you don't have to work so hard. You're retiring.
I don't have to be.
These are your golden years.
My account.
2% gains. You just gotta be more aggressive. I could double your money in
7.27 years.
literally the only time I was gonna get to use that today.
Always good with math, codes, puzzles, you name it, but I just feel like I never got to be a part of the world. I found this flaw. There's a loophole that the lottery didn't see. It's right here in the math.
I don't know what this says. It looks like the numbers a crazy man drew in a cell well.
I cannot believe you are my accountant. $312,000.
What now?
We want to start a corporation.
We'll split the profits with the whole town. We are betting $40,000 on windfall tickets.
Are you guys drug dealers?
We're professional lottery players.
That isn't a thing.
It is now.
This film is based on a true story. Jerry and Marge Selby are an elderly married couple living in the small town of Everett, Michigan. Currently, this town is not going through the best of times, much like the spouses themselves. For the past 42 years, Jerry has been waking up very early every morning to go to the cornflake factory where he works as a manager. Always he fears that this is the last time. Management insisted that Jerry retire. To mark the occasion, a small party was held at the Selby house, attended by all their close friends, as well as their daughter Dawn, son Doug, and granddaughter Liz. Jerry isn't too thrilled about retiring and wants to find himself a new occupation. For example, helping Marge around the house, although she is against it. The loved ones presented Jerry with a gift, a motorboat. Marge encouraged her husband, saying he would adapt to the new life. A month has passed. Jerry's days are measured and dull. Before, it was the same, but at least he had his job. Following the advice of his old friend and accountant Steve, Jerry decided to invest money in stocks, but so far it's hardly profitable. Jerry even considers giving up on this idea. To pass the time, he tinkers with his new motorboat. However, he's not quite successful at it yet. While getting coffee at the gas station store, Jerry overheard the clerk talking to a customer about the lottery. Jerry got interested and decided to familiarize himself with the lottery rules. Being a mathematician by nature, he did some calculations and found a statistical loophole. Jerry immediately told Steve about his discovery. According to the calculations, there's always a way to win. Steve wasn't convinced. He believes the lottery is always random, and there's no way to predict the outcome. On the same day, Jerry went to the bank to withdraw $2,000 from his account. In a few days, he is going to return with a deposit, telling the bank employee that the amount will be approximately 30% more. Jerry hasn't told the wife about his plan yet. First, he intends to test his theory and bought 1,000 lottery tickets. Of course, this surprised the store clerk. Later, Jerry watched a TV program announcing the lottery results. But when Marge came in, Jerry pretended nothing was happening. Of course, Marge noticed the husband's nervous behavior but didn't think much of it. Later, Jerry compared the lottery results with his tickets. However, Jerry's calculations were wrong, and he didn't even recoup his investment. In the evening, their old friends, Howard and Shirley, visited. Jerry remained silent during the conversations, lost in his thoughts. When the guests left, Marge demanded that Jerry tell her what was going on. Jerry simply replied that he missed his chance. Marge said that with retirement, his life isn't over. Everyone has good fortunes and bad fortunes. After these words, Jerry laughed. It sparked a thought, and he returned to the bank. He hadn't considered the probabilities earlier, which was his mistake. Now Jerry plans to withdraw the remaining $8,000 from his account and try again. He spent all the money on lottery tickets. During the day, Jerry and Marge had lunch at a cafe with friends, who, as it turned out, also decided to participate in the lottery out of curiosity. Marge, still unaware of her husband's actions, said they don't do that sort of thing. Howard joked that there are fools who spend thousands of dollars on lottery tickets. This time Jerry won a total of $15,000, more than covering his investment. He still hasn't told anyone about the win, hiding the money in the pantry. The friends and family often visit them to barbecue steaks and drink wine. Marge shared with the daughter that the passion has disappeared from her relationship with Jerry. Dawn would prefer not to know these details. When the granddaughter almost found the money hidden in the pantry, Jerry quickly moved it elsewhere. In the evening, Jerry finally confessed to his wife that he had found a loophole in the lottery game and won $15,000. He hadn't told her initially because he thought it was foolish, especially since they were barely making ends meet for retirement. Surprisingly, Marge supported the husband. All her life while he worked, she had waited for his retirement to finally be with him. But reality turned out to be quite different. Now Marge wants to do silly things, take risks and have fun. The couple decided to wager the entire sum, but lottery tickets stopped being sold in their town. Now those who want to play will have to go to Massachusetts. Jerry showed his calculations to Steve, who also decided to take a risk and bet $1,000 on the lottery. In the morning, Marge and Jerry packed everything they needed. They faced a 10-hour drive. Marge, full of enthusiasm, prepared thoroughly. The journey passed quickly. Upon reaching Massachusetts, the couple bought 8,000 lottery tickets. Since the machine prints only 1,000 tickets per hour, they would have to stay here for 8 hours. Later, Jerry and Marge stopped at a hotel and watched the lottery results on TV. They didn't sleep all night, checking all the tickets and comparing the results. In the morning, they were terribly tired but satisfied. The total amount of their winnings was $21,000. The couple rejoiced in their victory. Marge wonders if Jerry is the only one who figured out the statistical pattern in the lottery. Meanwhile, at Harvard University, a student named Tyler was also playing the lottery to test his theory about a statistical loophole. His roommate Eric didn't take it seriously. On the way home at night, Marge unexpectedly asked Jerry to stop the car and got out. Jerry joined her. Marge expressed the idea that they should continue their business, not for themselves, but for the people of their town. The higher the stake, the greater the chances of winning. The next morning, the couple shared their idea with Steve about opening a business, but to do that, they needed to involve as many townspeople in the lottery as possible. Surprisingly, many people agreed to contribute. The spouses will even pay taxes on the profits, so everything is legal. Learning that the parents had started their own business, Dawn supported them, but Doug was skeptical. When the spouses returned to Massachusetts next time, they were going to buy lottery tickets worth $40,000. This means they would have to print tickets all day and all night. The store clerk, Bill, allowed them to stay after closing and even became their business partner. Also, Bill, who was drinking in the parking lot with friends at night, involved 2 more guys in the lottery. After printing all the tickets, the spouses watched the winning combination on TV in the hotel. They had to check a huge number of tickets. Marge suggested to her husband to postpone it until tomorrow, hinting that she wanted his attention and tenderness. Jerry understood the hint. Journalists became interested in this story, but the spouses don't know about this yet. In the morning, excited Bill burst into their room and said that a list of winning tickets had been sent to the store today. The winnings amounted to $82,000, doubling their initial sum. It was an absolute victory. However, the spouses didn't intend to stop there, continuing to expand their business and multiply profits. When Steve and the others who had invested learned about the doubling of the sum, they rejoiced. Jerry and Marge are now professional lottery players. But there is someone else who figured out the loophole in the lottery game, Tyler. Being a student, he doesn't have enough money to invest, so he told the classmates about his idea. The point is that the investment amount should be at least $10,000. Only in this case will there be a chance to win. Tyler urged his classmates to ask their parents for money under some pretext. Doug still remains skeptical about the lottery but still helps his parents. Jerry keeps all the lottery tickets for tax purposes. Suddenly, Jerry told the son that there's also his share in the winnings. Doug replied that it was not necessary, but he was grateful to his father. That evening, Jerry addressed everyone who had invested in their business. More and more people want to participate in the lottery. Later during lunch at the cafe, Jerry and Marge told Steve that the amount of the next investment is $600,000. They will need at least 4 days to print so many tickets. Bill took action and ordered a second machine, so things should go faster. Journalists are discussing a guy who constantly buys lottery tickets and wins every time. The game's policy dictates that participants who win large sums must disclose themselves. This story will definitely be a sensation. Bill has a difficult relationship with his wife, who considers him a loser. They are in the process of divorcing. Bill would like a wife like Marge, only younger. Marge believes that Bill will still find his soulmate. Thanks to Tyler's scheme, the students won $50,000 and plan to do it again. Unlike the Selbs, they fill out lottery tickets by hand. Tyler's friend Eric managed to hack into the website and found out that there is someone else mass buying lottery tickets. While the machine was printing tickets, Jerry suggested to his wife to celebrate their wedding anniversary. They drank champagne and danced a slow dance. Despite 40 years of marriage, their feelings have not faded. Suddenly the couple was interrupted by Tyler and Eric entering the store. The guys made it clear that they had also figured out a flaw in the lottery and offered Jerry and Marge a deal to pool their capital, but only Tyler's team would make the bets. Otherwise, by betting simultaneously, they would harm each other. However, Jerry and Marge declined, as it would be disadvantageous for them. Before the guys left, Jerry gave them sound advice, not to fill out tickets themselves, as they would waste time and decrease their chances of winning. Left alone, the spouses continued their romantic evening. Bill agreed to leave the house to his ex-wife, but on condition that his investment strategy remains with him. Initially, Candace was pleased with this arrangement, but when she found out that her ex-husband was involved in a business scheme, she became angry. More and more people are participating in the lottery. Steve even bought a car, and being a widower, was planning to move to Mexico. Jerry shared that there is another group, Harvard students. Now all Jerry and his team can do is to keep playing. Dawn is glad that her parents have found an occupation, but at the same time, she finds it strange. For Marge, it's an adventure above all. In Boston, a journalist named Maya Jordan came to the lottery headquarters and told about a retiree from Michigan who wins millions of dollars in the lottery. However, the organizer was not interested in this. They, for example, spend a lot of money on charity, but for some reason journalists don't care. Jerry wasn't happy to see Tyler again, who wants his competitors to voluntarily drop out of the game. Otherwise, Tyler and his team will hack into the accounts and bank accounts of everyone in Jerry's group. The students are smart enough to pull this off. Jerry asked Tyler why he's doing this. The guy didn't hide that it's for the money. In the same day, Jerry told his wife that they should drop out of the game. Now he had to tell the rest of the lottery participants. Of course, everyone was deeply upset. Each had plans for that money. Later, Doug approached his father and said that some juvenile couldn't take away his dream. All Jerry's life, he endured others pushing him around. Now he had to make a choice and decide, to fight or to let someone use him again. Marge is also very upset but is ready to support her husband in any decision he makes. While Tyler leads his group, Jerry and Marge return to their usual boring life. Jerry just wants to do the right thing, fearing that if Tyler carries out his threat, many people will suffer. Marge urged her husband not to give up. Together they can overcome this, and Tyler's blackmail won't work on them. Soon after this, the spouses went to Massachusetts. The son was very proud of them. Upon learning that Jerry hadn't dropped out of the game, Tyler was furious. Of course, the students had been bluffing about hacking personal data. The only way to hit the jackpot was to make a big bet, no less than $1 million. The students began to involve as many people as possible in the lottery. However, they were taking a big risk. If anyone other than them hit the jackpot, the million would be lost. In that case, Tyler would lose his tuition money, and the investors would simply wipe him out. In Massachusetts, the spouses checked into a hotel. Bill brought them bad news. The Harvard students had beaten them to it. Without explaining anything to his wife and Bill, Jerry hurried to the campus and found the students. Jerry wasn't angry at Tyler. He was angry that such a selfish guy could hurt him like this. The truth was that Tyler didn't want to share the winnings because he had nothing else. He manipulated his classmates, who helped him get rich. Jerry, Marge, and Steve pondered their next move. They were surprised that the lottery organizers didn't stop the game, even though they knew some had found a loophole in the system. Probably because the organizers were making a huge profit from it too. Soon, the Selby spouses met with the lottery organizers and demanded that the jackpot size be displayed on the website. They also asked for 2 more machines to be installed in Massachusetts. The organizers made concessions to them. Eric told Tyler that the jackpot was now being displayed on the website, so their scheme wouldn't work anymore. Jerry and his team, on the other hand, are benefiting from this. Tyler wasn't backing down. but everyone, including Eric, refused to continue helping him. Money was good, but it wasn't worth resorting to dishonesty and blackmail. So Tyler was left all alone. Maya found out that there was another person who had found the flaw in the lottery. Meanwhile, Jerry, awaiting the lottery results, tries to spend more time with his family. Maya came to Everett to meet Jerry in person. The fact that Jerry had helped the whole town truly amazed her. Maya intends to publish an article about it. If Jerry and Marge win this time, they will secure themselves for the rest of their lives. However, upon seeing workers removing the machines from Bill's store, they learned that the lottery had revoked the license. The thing is, Tyler published an article about the flaw in the lottery. Now everyone knows about it. Of course, Tyler's father was extremely unhappy that his son was running scams instead of studying and was going to take him home. Regardless, Marge is pleased. They didn't win last time, but Jerry now has the opportunity to finally use his gift and be closer to people. To support Jerry, his family, friends, and investors organized a jazz party for him. It turned out that today was the last lottery drawing after all, and all these people spent the whole day traveling around the state to buy lottery tickets. They didn't lose. Thanks to Jerry's ingenuity, many people in town were able to earn money and fulfill their dreams. After the movie, we see photos of the real characters of this story.